Good evening, my name is Kenya, and today I will be presenting on a ant's life cycle, um, some of their behaviors, and some of the things that they do to contribute to benefit the environment. Now, although some of us may think of ants as pests, or some of them may be frustrating when they get into our homes and when we're going on a picnic or stuff like that, they're actually very unique insects, and they have amazing capabilities. Um, an ant colony may consist of up to 12 million different ants, and they're headed by a queen ant, and her role in the ant colony is to produce eggs, thousands of eggs daily, to expand the colony. And the female offspring are known as workers, and their role is to protect the colony, to seek food, and to also care for the offspring. The male's role, of course, is to mate with the queen to produce more offspring. So now I will speak to you about an ant's life cycle and two specific types of ant colonies, known as the leafcutter ants and the fire ants. An ant goes through four different life stages, which is the egg, the larvae, the pupa, and the adult. During the egg stage, if the egg is fertilized, then it becomes a female. If it's not fertilized, then it's a male. During the larvae stage, the larvae has no legs, but it is still able to move its head in order to eat liquid food when the female workers feed them. During the pupa stage, after a few weeks, the larvae develops into a silk cocoon, and it stays there, and it develops into an adult. And an adult ant has 6 jointed legs and 3 body parts, which is the head, the thorax, and the abdomen. And this process takes up to 6 to 10 weeks. Now I will speak to you about the leafcutter ant. Now a leafcutter ant is 1 centimeters long, and they can lift up to 3 times their body weight. What they do is they head deep into the forest in search of leaves, and they use their sharp jaws to cut the leaves of plants, and they do this in order to store food. So they cut the leaves and they head back to their underground nests, and what they do is they store the leaves and they chew them, and this forms into a pulp. And this pulp is stored with ant feces, and they use this as a source of food. The pulp also helps the environment because it provides macronutrients to plants and the soil as well. Compared to the leafcutter ants, the fire ants are more aggressive, and they're known for their painful sting. Believe me, because I've been stung by these ants a million times. And they feed on plant seeds, insects such as crickets, grasshoppers, and weevils. They live in moist areas such as pond shores and watered lawns, and they also benefit the environment because when they build their underground nests, they break up the soil, and that way water and air and nutrients get to the plants a lot easier. Another thing that the fire ants is known for is their survival capabilities. What they do is, for example, when their nests become flooded with water, what they do is they gather up all of their eggs and they make their way up through their underground tunnels, and they link themselves together as the water rises above the water, and what they do is they form a raft. And this raft consists of all of the ants, most of the ants in the ant colony, and they're able to float on water. They're very light. They're very lightweight, so it's easier for them to float on the water. And the ants at the bottom, they can't survive because they have tiny little hairs, and that helps them to float as well. So as I conclude my speech, I hope that this makes you look at them in a more positive light, and that you can see that would do anything to protect themselves and protect their colony, and they do symbolize strength as well. Thank you.